will call this meeting to order by standing and saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Casey, all members are present. First order of business is the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda dated April 10th, 2023.
I'll say.
The motion support to approve the agenda as submitted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes for our March 13th meeting are in your packet.
I'll make a motion to approve the regular meeting minutes from March 13th, 2023.
Second.
We have multiple reports to approve the meeting minutes for March 13th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of accounts is in your packet. First item is the treasurer's report for March of 2023.
I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as of March 31st, 2023, dated Monday, April 10th, 2023.
Can I ask a quick question on that, just out of curiosity?
Sure.
Which ones are the two special assessments? Which one's one and which one's two? One is Goodrich Meadows.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
that's the second one we had to do.
the second we had to do to finish it, and the third only.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
The third one will be Hoffman.
And I support the motion.
We have a motion of support to approve the treasurer's report dated Monday, April 10th, 2023. All those in favor say aye. Roll call, please.
Moore,
Yes.
Lentz,
Yes.
Cafferty,
Yeah,
Beverly,
Yes.
Waller.
Yes. And bills and transfers is also in your packet.
I'll make a motion to approve the bill and transfer check dates from 3/1/2023 to 3/31/2023.
We have a motion of support to accept the bill, payment of bill and transfers for March. All those in favor, roll call, please.
Lentz,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Cafferty,
Yeah.
Waller.
Yes. Motion carries. Item number 7 is public comment. I have a brand spanking new timer, 3 minutes and 10%. You would,
Come on, Dave, take up those 3 minutes.
It's large.
Yes, I did.
and I have a new gavel too, so
All right.
that's all.
Oh, boy.
So if there's anybody else that would like to speak, now's your chance to do so. All right, I will close public comment and move on to administrative reports.
Okay, I'm sure you've read what I've put in here. We have an invitation to join the Village of Goodrich and Atlas Township for Earth Day cleanup on Saturday, April 22nd at 9 a.m. Everyone will meet at the Goodrich United Methodist Church on South State Road for assignments. This is posted on our website and on our Facebook page. Flyers are available at the table by the entrance. Atlas Township had Wade Trim held a training class for members of their zoning board of appeals and invited our members to join. Also, 3 of our members did attend the training and received certifications of completion. They are Terry Christner, Karen Wakefoot, and Tracy Sasser. We thank Atlas Township for sharing this with us. And I'd like Tracy to maybe comment about it. She found it very good. I got good compliments about it.
Young Meister was one that did it. He went over anything and everything, situation wise, for the zoning board. I know they do a planning commission as well. I would wholeheartedly suggest everybody do it, even if you've already done training in the past. They were excellent. We should think about doing something.
Is there any way we can have, because I know we've had it in the past where they've actually come here and done it,
Yes.
Because sometimes that's easier, right? I mean, you just schedule a meeting and say, hey, we're having regular planning committee, on a week that we didn't have a plan or something. and
Well,
have them come
Atlas
in.
Township did have them do a planning commission one too, but it was done in 2 sessions.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay.
but it was by the time I found out about it, they'd already done the first one, so I couldn't have my planning commission people go to that. So I was all done with. But yes, we could do that, but it's not something that's done in just like a half hour.
It was about what it was.
Yeah, it's about 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah, I was supposed to attend that.
Yeah.
So last week I
Anyways, I heard it was really good and I can find out what the cost and all that and
Yeah.
I can look into it.
It's been a while.
Uh-huh.
Good.
On April 24th at 4 p.m., there'll be a presentation of the AED grant award to the Goodrich Library. That's the, for the heart. Immediately following, everyone will move to the Atlas Township Fire Department located at 837 Clark Street to begin training for CPR and to use that defibrillator. And that training is provided by MedStar. Training will take place in the Bay areas of the fire department, and training is estimated to take 3 to 4 hours. The new fire truck will also be available for public review. Registration is required to participate in the training class. Please contact the Atlas Township office to register. Questions, please contact Supervisor Shirley Kaufman-Jones. I have provided flyers with an extensive list of the household waste drop-off locations in Genesee County. This is also on our website under useful links and on our Facebook page. Copies are available in the main lobby of the village office. I also provided a flyer listing location for free residential latex paint recycling, which can be dropped off at the Genesee County Habitat for Humanity during regular business hours, Tuesday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. located at 101 Burton Street in Flint. Copies are available in the main lobby of the village office. Working with code enforcement officer regarding an update to our current blight ordinance and ordinance to address solar energy systems. They will have to be reviewed by our attorney before I bring them to council to begin the adoption process. I provided drafts for your review. If you have any comments, concerns, which Keith already has pointed some things out to me, please contact me and so I can have them addressed before we finalize anything.
Couple questions on the Genesee County household waste drop-off locations. Is that it's during a certain time period,
Nope.
or is that any
Nope,
time?
that's anytime,
Year-round.
year-round.
Can I ask you one quick question? Do you know, does anybody know if yard waste has started with?
Started this week.
It is.
Well, actually last week. Starts the first Wednesday of April and ends the last Wednesday of November.
Does anybody know, like, we have all the grasses in front of the sub, can I tie them and leave them on the side and they'll just, the yard waste?
Yeah.
Electrical.
I mean, if it's huge amount, if it's gonna be a huge amount, let me know, because they like to have a heads up. So what I do is I send an email, let them know we're gonna have a large pickup of this at this location. And that's all they ask. And if you let me know. Okay.
A couple of things on the draft. I read the blight
Mhm.
ordinance.
Mhm.
I thought that sounded good. There was just one spelling mistake I pointed out on that last
Mhm.
paragraph. It should be such prohibited items shall instead of whole. On the solar energy one, the in general section, small solar energy systems may space be. And then on section 2, item C, roof mounted systems on an angled roof shall appear to be flush mounted. I think it's supposed to be flush
Yes.
mounted. Okay. And then the only question, I had, for both the roof mounted systems and the wall mounted systems, it says that they are permitted to face the rear and the side yard.
Mhm.
I was just curious how other communities have handled that, because I know, when you put solar panels on your house, you want to put them on the side that the sun is, right?
Mhm.
So I'm sure there's some people that want to put them on the south side of their house, but yet that's the front of their house.
Mhm.
I don't know if we would allow that or not. I'd just be curious as to whether other communities have allowed that or not, because I would think that would limit some people from being able to actually install. But I understand why, they want them sight unseen,
Exactly, that's it.
but
That's the biggest problem. And we don't want them in the front yard, that it's standing in the yard, the ones that are in the yard. We don't want them in the front yard either. Not very pretty.
okay. So these are pretty standard.
Yes, I've been looking around Ortonville, Davison. I'm working with these with Matt, our building inspector and code enforcement officer. And I will also go over it with our attorney once it's done. Once we're finalized with it. And I get your guys' comments.
All right, I think that takes us to.
And just note that these ordinances, I know there's a lot of them that need to be updated. Most of them do, but I can only do like a couple at a time. It's a process, you guys. So this isn't going to be something we're going to get through in even a year. I just don't see it happening. It's going to take a while. So we're trying to hit the ones that are most prevalent at this point that the code enforcement officer has to work with every day, and that to make sure.
And then on the solar panel one, I'm curious as to why the penalty section was what.
I just didn't put it in there yet. I haven't completed.
But it would be.
Similar, yes, yes.
Similar
Just like to our new civil infraction ordinance that we just did.
Yes.
I've got to put that number in there and what it's referring to as far as citing that and what the numbers are. So yes.
So that'll be kind of how the new ordinance.
Yes. All of them henceforth.
They'll be
Yes. Mhm.
geared for civil.
Yes. Mhm.
So if they get still infraction, can we make them take it down eventually?
Yeah.
I mean, 'cause it's like a structure they put on their house. So we're saying, we're gonna slap their hand that they didn't abide by the rules, or
Well,
they
we
have to take
can
it down.
actually take them to court.
Yeah. We can take them to court. We can take them to court.
Okay.
Okay, I think that is, you're finished.
I am.
Okay, Matt?
Oh, well, the game's been interesting the last couple of days. Last 2 weeks, really.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
But well, anyways, I started grading the roads. Clear now, rain we had, they are rock hard. I was amazed how hard they are. But we did start grading.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got 2 8-foot benches down there. We come up today, right across from Cranberries, next to ice cream place. They turn out very nice.
Don't need to pass.
We put them up today. Yeah, these stains, it's because you dry, the stains was pretty nice, so get that done. We went around and started to do some grass repair. Bedrock does have topsoil now, so anything we got with the plow or snow plows past winter, we'll go and fix. But they do have topsoil now, I checked today, so we updated a little bit. I did get 3 bids now for limestone. We can talk about that for budget. The apostle puts limestone down on these back roads. It's been
2019 when we did them all to begin
Yeah.
with, and we need to do it to keep
Yeah.
this up.
So I did hear back now. I got 3 prices, so I'll bring it up to budget meetings. Oh. Pickleball net was put out today. We did get another net. We already put a second court. We got retrofit the poles again for the second set. So we did put it out today. So that's all up and running. And that's pretty much about it.
The dump truck's good.
Yep, we did get that fixed. I wasn't sure you're coming to talk about now or wait till it comes up, but we did have to have. There's maintenance. I had the original brakes, the rotors, original shocks. It was all pretty much wore out for the trucks, 2005, so. Almost 20 years of plowing. It's done quite well for being original. So. It's back now, it's everything works good now, nice to have brakes again. They're, they were kicking back, they're all taking wood, it's back, you're hardly gonna stop anymore. And I talked about our salesman for the big truck, they're still saying probably about March. It's a frame and chassis they're having trouble
Yeah.
producing right now. Napa has all the done.
Next year.
Yeah.
Supposed to get it this year.
We have to go plan on that.
Yeah, I'm going with the baby. I'm going with the baby, the big one. Hopefully we can buy another half year, but he's there from January to March. There's two things we tried.
Right.
Here we'll make do it right. So that's all I got.
I don't see a code enforcement,
Well, I kind of gave it to you.
okay. And your building department activity report is in your packet. Looks like this month is they started it all, huh? Fire department activity report, here's in your packet. Very few calls, which is always a good thing.
Mhm.
Make our police report, oh my goodness. Lots and lots and lots and lots of pages, which is good, it means you guys are doing your job. That's great. Right, the sheriff's department, see, does anybody have any questions? All right, move on to unfinished business. First order of business is, to approve the Jersey Creek Intersection Phase 1 agreement between the county of Genesee and the village of Goodrich, Charter Township of Grand Blanc, Charter Township of Davison, and the Township of Atlas. So the last time this came to council, I had asked everybody to postpone this because the old contract, only dealt with, the additional capacity that we were going to get in the system. And the contract itself did not address the addition, our current capacity, in our system. And when John O'Brien was here the last time, it wasn't until that evening that I realized that we were being disconnected from the Bush Creek Interceptor, which takes us through Grand Blanc. And that being said, that meant that once KCI came through and we connected up to KCI, our old contracts as far as Grand Blanc goes is null and void.
Okay.
Right, and so that contract needed to address our total capacity through KSA, not just the additional 300 units of capacity coming through KSI. So I had written our attorney a letter which I had sent you guys addressing my concerns in regards to the current contract and items I thought were missing from the contract. And so we ended up having a meeting with John O'Brien, our attorney. And John said that the contract was being changed, and that the new contract was all going to be based on inflow and infiltration policy. So we got the new contract. This is what the new contract is. And I did have some concerns under several sections where they talked about like section 6, the main interceptor and pumping stations and branches of PCI are designed to accept a maximum of new residential equivalent units for each of the parties as specified in the schedule attached as Exhibit B. The county has established an inflow and infiltration policy which limits the maximum flow rate allowed by each community based on the number of units connected in the community's actual average daily flow. So the contract has no exhibits in it. The exhibits were all, missing. So I had John O'Brien, send me, the exhibits and kind of explain things to me a little bit clearer. It was, I was still very confused, on how the new contract was put together and what does that mean, average daily flow? How do you determine what average daily flow is? What happens, when we determine our average daily flow, and then what happens if Atlas Township comes on, and then all of a sudden their flows also go through our system? How do we compensate for that? How do we determine it? So, anyways, he had sent me some attachments. I still had some questions. I talked to John O'Brien, this afternoon, and because I was confused because in one of his responses, he said that when they determine the average daily flow, the Atlas's capacity will be subtracted from ours when they determine the average daily flow. So that to me told me that Atlas is going to be coming through our system, but that's not the actual case. So when he said Atlas's flow will be deducted from our flow, what he's referring there to is Arbor on the Lakes is attached to our system. Their flow for those however many units it is subtracted from our daily flow when they go to calculate that. And he assured me that when Atlas Township connects up to KCI, that they are going like down Baldwin Road. Connect in this, so they're not even going to be, they're not even coming through our system, so that's really good. And then, anyways, there were some other parts I had some questions about because in the infiltration policy, it talks about each municipality shall have a capacity management operation and maintenance program that at a minimum provides for continual televising of the collection system over a rolling period not to exceed 10 years. It is recommended that each municipality have a SCADA system in place for the monitoring of the collection system. CMOM programs shall be in place by September 30th, 2025. So I'm like, what? We don't do that stuff, right? And so John said, no, because you don't have to worry about section 7 and 8. She says, we do all that monitoring, but the way the contract reads it makes it sound like we're responsible for it, but we're not. So anyways, they look at the flow into your system, and the flow won't be really calculated until we are connected to KCI. And then what they would do is they look at your average daily rate, and it can't during high flows during storm. Because there's people put stormwater in their sewer, right? Even though they're not supposed to. So that increases, right? Yeah. When we have a storm event. So your capacity can only be 3 times that a certain amount of time a year. Anyways, the average daily flow is calculated every 12 months. So as we add additional units, that calculation grows as we connect additional units. So anyways, I feel very comfortable now after talking to John O'Brien. And I don't think we have anything to worry about. Like, I know we did with the way the contract was written before. So I
This is all supposed to be in when? January of 24?
Well,
That's when the monitoring's.
yeah, who knows? I mean, in reality, it'll probably be 3 years before they get it built out.
So then this is up because it says like commencing 2025, like when they are supposed to be done reporting their daily flow. So that it all is up for debate if it doesn't start on time.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, we know that, that it is probably gonna be a 2 to 3 year build up. But as far as the flows and the way they're calculating them, I don't understand it 100%, but I feel a lot better if I talk to John, because it's not just addressing our additional capacity. This is addressing our entire capacity where the other contract is. So, I would recommend approval of this. I think we're the last of all the municipalities, to approve this, so we're just waiting on us.
All those each municipality shalls, really.
So do you guys have any,
You covered it. Can I make a motion?
Sure.
Can I make a motion to approve Kearsley Creek Interceptor Phase 1 agreement between County of Genesee and the Village of Goodrich, the Charter Township of Grand Blank, Charter Township of Davison, and the Township of Atlas versus
Version 4.
as for.
I will support that.
We have a motion and support to approve the Kersey Creek Interceptor Phase 1 agreement between the County of Genesee and the Village of Goodrich, the Charter Township of Grand Blanc, Charter Township of Davison, and the Township of Atlas. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Should that be roll call?
I would do a roll call with a contract like this.
Probably, yeah.
Beverly,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
McCafferty,
Yes.
Lutz,
Yes.
Forward.
Yes. Motion. New business, authorize emergency safety repairs of WGOC 4500 dump truck for 5593, GM Best 1, number 155. So this is just.
This is the paper, this is housekeeping, because you
Yeah,
guys
so
gave me the
this-
approval, but if you notice, it did come in a little cheaper than anticipated. So that's good. So this is for record keeping. I just need you guys to put it on the record to approve it, please.
I'll make a motion to authorize the emergency safety repair of DPW GMC 4500 dump truck for 5593.58.
I'll support. We have motion and support to authorize the emergency safety repairs of the DPW GMC 4500 dump truck in the amount of 5593.58. Roll call.
McCafferty,
Yes.
Lutz,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
Forward.
Yes, motion passes. Item number B, authorize a DPW purchase crack sealant at a cost of $3,000.
That's one a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
We haven't done it in quite a few years. It's not for every road. It's that tar, the county does the same thing, the crap coat, they have the same machine. Like for the newer roads, like in front of the Reed School, newer pavement. In front of the Reed School, Eagle Road, that one section between, let's say, Seneca and the Country Club. That's for newer roads, like our parking lot. Most of our roads have gone, are cracked too much. So you just really kind of waste your money, but I think it benefit at least our newer roads,
Yeah,
make them last longer.
And this obviously has to be shipped just out of freight.
You buy it, that's what you do is you order a pallet. And with that price of pallet, you get the rental machine, the pallet of material.
Is this
Oh,
place
okay.
closed across the street, the road place that they're gone?
I don't think they're offering anything anymore, are they? Yeah, across the street.
It's Jay.
I think they- Yeah.
Yeah, they're looking to sell. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to make a motion to authorize DPW 2023 purchase of crack sealant at the cost of $3,000. National. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
support the- I'll just first read the Highway Maintenance System LTD LLC.
all right. We have a motion and support to authorize the DPW 2023 purchase of crack sealant at a cost of $3,000 from National Highway Maintenance System LTD LLC. Roll call, please.
Moore,
Yes.
Lutz,
Yes.
Beverly,
Yes.
McCafferty,
Yes.
Forward.
Yes. Motion carries. Item number D, Request from resident to waive $15 sewer bill.
Please, Ms. C.
See.
Oh, I'm sorry, you ran into the across it all, sorry. Item number C, adopt, proclamation declaring National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, April 9th through the 15th, 2023, in the village of Goodrich.
I'll read the proclamation aloud. For the Village of Goodrich, National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, April 9th through the 15th, 2023. Whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services, and whereas when an emergency occurs, the prompt response of police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas the safety of our police officers and firefighters is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Genesee County 911 Authority Emergency Communication Center. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. And whereas public safety telecommunicators are the single vital link to our police officers and firefighters by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information, ensuring their safety. And whereas public safety telecommunicators of the Genesee County 911 Authority have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients. And whereas each dispatcher has exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Therefore, be it resolved that the Village of Goodrich, the Village Council of the Village of Goodrich declares the week of April 9th through 15th, 2023 to be National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week in the Village of Goodrich in honor of the men and women whose diligence and professionalism keep our village and citizens safe.
I would support that.
Or two. Do we make the motion?
Well, No, we didn't make a motion. You just read it. You want to make that into a motion?
Yes, I'll make a motion for what was just read to be adopted.
And you support that?
Yes.
We have a motion and support to adopt proclamation for the Village of Goodrich National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, April 9th through the 15th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number D is a request from a resident to waive a $15 sewer bill late penalty due to personal unforeseen family issues.
I think just for the effort put into the letter.
Yeah.
Same thing that it.
Make a motion to request, request from resident to waive $50 sewer bill late penalty due to personal unforeseen family issues.
I'll support that.
We have a motion and support to accept the request from a resident to waive $50 sewer bill late penalty fee due to a personal unforeseen family issue. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number E is consider appointment of Tracy Sasser to the zoning board of appeals to fill current vacant opening term 11/1/22 to 11/1/25.
I'll make a motion to consider appointment for Tracy Sasser to zoning board of appeals to fill concurrent vacant open term 11/01/22. 11/01 to 25. Oh, and E1.
Well, let's do it.
Oh, what I forget to.
And we have a motion in support to appoint Tracy Sasser to the zoning board of appeals from November 22 to November 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I'd also like to make a motion for E1 to consider appointment of Tracy Sasser to the planning commission to fill current vacant alternate position term 11/01 of 2022 to 11/1 of 2025.
Support.
Motion and support to appoint Tracy Sasser to the planning commission to fulfill current vacant alternate position term November of 22 through November of 25. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, currently, The only open position we have now is the alternate position on the zoning board. So if you know anybody that wants to be appointed to the alternate position on the zoning board,
Can't do both.
you just made her a member. So,
Oh, so
And
it's one
zoning
or
means
the
only
other.
when needed.
Yeah. Which one did you want, both? Or one or the other, which did you prefer?
No, I was alternate.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, now your position's open, gotcha, all right,
so just keep that in mind.
okay.
Item number F is set 3 budget workshop meetings during the month of May.
What I'd like you to do, I presented you with a calendar. I want you to mark off the days you are not available, And please, drop it off, email it to me, fax it to me, send it to me
For May.
as soon as you can, so I can get
Yeah.
these scheduled, please.
Okay, so, do we have a zoning board of appeals or?
Right now, those are to be determined. If you notice, it says to be determined. We may conceivably have a planning commission meeting, but I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's not really, I don't think we will. It depends. The people who bought the old fire department are, they're trying to come up with something. If they come up with it in ahead, enough time, because I have to have it 6 weeks prior to the actual meeting, because I have to give our planner 2 weeks to review it. I have to give our engineer time to review it. Then it goes to the planning commission. So that's why it needs to be here 6 weeks prior to. They may get it to me in time. I'm looking at planning commission, maybe a lot. And I'm a lot of things they want to do. The biggest issue is going to be is parking. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are there like just to ask the question, are there days that work better for the
Other people?
majority than that? Like I work from home Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I wouldn't be able to be out this way until after 6. So I'm just, if there's, oh, we don't ever have anything going on.
Or we could even do it
Wednesday.
earlier in the day if it's agreeable with, some people. I don't know.
Right, I'm not asking like to discuss it now, but if there were days that worked better for.
Well, but like I said, if you guys all do that to me,
Yeah.
I can bring it all together and then let everybody know what's available. I'll let you know, then we can decide.
So then I will move on, to, public comment. Anybody, in the audience, like to say anything?
Sergeant?
3 minutes. I will
I'm trying to
close.
listen to that thing, Nick, yeah, well,
I will close public comment and move on to council member comments. Does anyone have any comments?
I did. I want to say that just to have it on record, that my very best good friend had to utilize MedStar last week for her daughter who kind of went into, not cardiac arrest, but, she's having seizures. And they said it was just a phenomenal experience for what it was. And so she really wanted us to, if there was anybody from MedStar here, she really praised them for how they worked with her down on Linda K. So.
Anybody else?
I'm just happy to see, the CPR classes are available for first aid CPR. The library.
How's Jim doing, Sherry? Is he doing good?
He's doing good. We're just waiting on the cardiology for that on Wednesday. Still got a long way to go, but he's doing good. He's lucky to be here.
All right.
I would like to make a comment. The DPW, in my opinion, rocked it this winter with, they had an easy start and then they were dumped on the, what we thought was gonna be the end of winter, turned into be the middle of winter. You guys, I'm gonna use the word you kicked ass this winter. I'm excited to see what your group has to do, what you guys are gonna do in the spring. It's gonna be awesome. You guys are great. Thank you.
We got some park plans, park plans.
Awesome. I can't wait. You guys are
a
killing
great
it.
job.
Thank you.
You're all right.
I will ask.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I support.
We have a motion to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.